Hello! It's another Tuesday, and it's another new year. Holy cow, we're in 2024. And, of course, it being a Tuesday means it's probably time to do another Talky Tuesday, another in-real-life video. This time, we are sort of looking back on the prior year, at least sort of as it pertained to myself in video games. This is very much directly inspired by one of my old dear friends, Epos Vox, here on YouTube, very well known for doing tech education videos, but also has a bit of an alternate, little fun spin-off channel about video games. And they did recently a video such as this, which, like I said, I'm taking the idea. If you go look at their channel, which hopefully I put links down in the description, hopefully I don't forget, but you'll see me in there very mischievously saying, oh, I'm going to steal this idea. And so here I am stealing the idea. Thank you. But regardless, hopefully it's a good year. Hopefully nowhere near as many layoffs. We'll see. I would expect also nowhere near as many good games, but still probably some good ones. Looking forward to this year. Before we get started looking behind, let's look a little bit to the future, which, you know what, maybe it would have been better to do this at the end, but I'm winging it. Maybe looking forward to, let's see, we're like 3 games I'm looking forward to next year. I may not even play them, but I am looking forward to them, hearing about them, and, you know, hoping that they're very good. Let's see. Definitely Dragon's Dogma 2, right? We are definitely going to play that on the channel as well. Hopefully it is good. By all accounts, we have every reason to believe that will be good. Capcom has been on one heck of a winning streak lately, and I see no reason for them to slow down. Dragon's Dogma 2 looking pretty good. But also up there, looking forward to, of course, Elden Ring DLC, not really a full game. Hopeful that Stalker 2 makes it out this year. Seems very likely. Hopefully it's good as well. Let's see, what else is there this year? At least that I am quite looking forward to. Let's see, I took some notes. Oh yeah, maybe Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 will come out this year. I think they're targeting this year, I want to say, last I heard. That said, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't checked in it recently. This was like months ago. But last I heard, they were targeting this year. And hopefully they're able to do that. And who knows? Maybe by some miracle, it will be really good, right? I don't know. The first one was very troubled as well when we played through that. But either way, at some point, I don't know if it'll be exactly when it comes out. But I do want to play that on the channel, just even if it's really bad, out of morbid curiosity. Anyway, let's see. Year in review, we've got a couple little picture-in-picture situations we're going to do. Maybe in the future, I'll save a bit more of these. Maybe we can even do like Spotify Wrapped, which I'm not really a big Spotify person or whatever. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that too. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It'll mostly be podcasts, but hey, what can you do? That said, 2 big games, or 1 big game and 1 platform, I guess, that do not have their own sort of year-in-review wrap-up that I guess we'll cover ahead of time before we go into, like, the picture-in-picture mode, as it were. That being Diablo 4. Played a lot of Diablo 4 this year, off-camera. We'll really focus on, I think, in this sort of year-in-review roundup video, sort of reminiscing over games that we didn't so much play on camera, or didn't at all. I didn't at all play on camera whatsoever. That I played for myself, my me time, or with friends, with family, stuff like that. Still, I think very good to, even if you do it for a living, I think it's super good, super healthy to, if you still enjoy games, you know, have games that you play for yourself, right? You don't have to turn it all into content, as it were, right? I think that's a slippery slope and a bit of a risky one, right? Some people can tread it carefully, but I don't know. I'd rather not unless I have to. Regardless, Played a whole bunch of Diablo 4 this year around the time it came out, as many folks did. And of course, like many other folks, around the time the first season hit, fell just completely off of it. The first season was, bit of a stinker, huh? I've heard that season 2 and about midway through the first season, they put out some patches and stuff that people really quite enjoy. Still, it was very much a fun time going through the, the early parts of the end game before the new season and sort of the main storyline, right? Just kind of hanging out doing co-op with my partner. We picked up 2 copies and we played that together. And that was quite the joy. That was very fun. I believe, I forget what classes we did. I know I was a barbarian. She was, a necromancer, right? Very, very fun. I wouldn't mind going back to it. But there's just, who's got time for it, right? There's so many games this year. Holy cow. A lot of things get thrown to the wayside. Like I said before, didn't really play any indie games this year, least of all any new ones, because it's just been such a stacked year, right? It doesn't even matter if 2024 is a little light on hits, because I think most folks still got one heck of a backlog from just this year, let alone years prior. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did on Battle.net. Diablo 4 co-op, really enjoyed that. Also looking forward to, I don't know if it'll be this year, right? I don't think it will be, but maybe hearing more about Path of Exile 2. It was very nostalgic for me to get back into watching like Diablo 4 and a little bit of Path of Exile from none other than the esteemed Kriparian on YouTube. Very much enjoyed him back in the day, back in the Diablo and Path of Exile days. If you know him, seems like a really stand-up dude. Regardless, other platform that will not be having a major showcase, like I said, Epic Game Store, which actually, yeah, I even wrote down not to forget this. So before I forget, hey, if you play whatever on Epic Game Store and you make purchases through there, this year the channel got approved to have a, what do you call it, code? A partner code or something? Where I get like a very small percentage kickback if you use my code. So it's Lyle, all caps, Lyle. Somehow no one else had it. I'm surprised there's at least one other big Lyle who seems also all right, in good company, I think. But they aren't present, so I nabbed it. Anyway, if you do any of that sort of stuff, feel free to use my code, whatever, right? There are a few folks who already have been using it. Thank you so much as well. It does not go unnoticed and unappreciated. It's very appreciated and very noticed. Anyway, on Epic Games Store this year, I've played so much Fortnite. I got into Fortnite last year with the zero build mode, and it's been just Norton all around town, right? Just been playing Fortnite. Like, it's been such a easy, simple game to just jump into with folks that we're friends with in real life. It's so easy to pick up and play. It's on everything. It makes it kind of like the perfect, do you want to meet up and play something? Yeah, what's like generally agreeable? There you go. It's Fortnite, right? The zero build mode has been a great boon for someone like me who really did not enjoy the building in it whatsoever. That was a huge turnoff. I was very much into sort of the like less serious, goofy stuff about Fortnite in general. But man, the building was just the opposite of a goofy good time. And, it was always such a killer of the rhythm, I feel, of a first person shooter or a third person shooter in this case, where you're having a firefight and then suddenly just like a 3-story mansion appears right before your very eyes, right? And granted, even beforehand, there were plenty of folks who played without the building, but I don't know. Just didn't want to give it the time of day until Zero Build came out. And now, give it a lot of time of the day. I think I put in probably roughly 200 hours this year. Like I said, played it throughout pretty much the entire year. Like I said, good game for just meeting up with people. Everybody has it's free, runs on everything, crossplay across the board. And then they also came out with, toward the latter quarter of the year, sort of the big new Big Bang situation, right? Their big event where they have the sort of like Guitar Hero rock band crossover thing made by Harmonix, no less. And Rocket Racing, which is by Rocket League's developers. I forget, Psyonix, I think. Sorry if I'm wrong about that. But nonetheless, that's enjoyable enough. But really, the big standout for me on a personal level was the Lego Fortnite situation, which I played a whole bunch of. And we've got our own little world going. It'll be nice to see as I get updates. It's kind of, just a similar situation to the core game where, everybody's got it. It runs on everything. Easy to hook up with folks, right? Been putting a lot of time into that. Sort of free time going in and out that way. All right. Also, one more thing on the Epic Games Store that I devoted a lot of time to and that I really enjoyed, in spite of the Epic Games Store, right? If you'll remember, if you follow me on Twitter, I complained about a certain launch platform or a certain digital storefront, that being the Epic Games Store, and how intrusive their little achievement pop-up system was when playing Alan Wake 2, which, oh my god, I absolutely loved Alan Wake 2. Even my little button here, let's see, you can't really make it out, but from my partner is also for the Oh Dear Diner, but my god, really, really loved Alan Wake 2. Holy crap, I cannot wait. Now that I'm getting more time, I cannot wait to go back in and play New Game Plus. Absolutely looking forward to DLC and whatever comes next out of Remedy. Loved seeing their little performance at the Game Awards as well. Cannot say enough good things about Alan Wake 2. Holy crap. Just probably my standout major cool surprise of the year. Just absolutely impeccable narrative game. The way in which the narrative and themes all tie back into the gameplay, different mediums and stuff. Just it's the more you know about the even more enriching it is. But even in saying that, I went into Alan Wake 2 only having played, and granted, they have something to varying degrees, for all sorts of folks who enjoyed Remedy's past games. Probably the biggest being Control. And that's the biggest one that I did play to fruition, but I didn't play any of the DLC. I'm notoriously bad about playing DLC. It's gotta be said. But I never played the first Alan Wake. All I did ahead of time for the preparation of it, I just looked up and they have an official one, previously on Alan Wake. So if you're getting into it and you're wondering, I don't know, should I play the first game? Why not? Right? You're definitely going to get more out of it. Absolutely. But if you don't want to, I didn't, and I absolutely loved Alan Wake 2. Just look up a recap. Like I said, they have a previously on Alan Wake little video that very well recaps the first game. Also, I did play Max Payne 1 and 2 way back in the day, which they got a little something in there for you too. I haven't played Quantum Break. I haven't played any of the Alan Wake 1 DLC or anything like that. But regardless, holy crap, there's so much amazing stuff in there. It is absolutely fantastic. Just banger narrative game, in my opinion. Absolutely amazing. I even considered doing a playthrough of it because that's how much I like it, even though it's very much out of the wheelhouse of the channel, which probably good enough reason to maybe just do something else, right? Lord knows we have quite the list without sort of survival horror getting in there, which, hey, I'm a big baby when it comes to survival horror. Alan Wake 2, not that scary, right? Not too scary. There are some jump scares and stuff, but it was manageable for me, and I'm a massive baby when it comes to that sort of stuff, right? So don't be too worried. Mechanically, not the greatest, survival horror game. You go to it for the narrative, for the themes, for it, saying something, speak into your soul, as it were. You go to it for all the art house stuff, if you're into that. If you are into, a mechanically centric survival horror game, hey, two of the best also out this year, right, baby? Holy crap, the remakes of Dead Space and RE4. Man, what a great year, right? Or last year, I should say. I said this year, but last year. Just bangers all around, right? Just bangers everywhere. Even within genres, if you prefer more mechanically focused survival horror, they got you covered. You want one that's a bit more goofy, got you covered. Got one that's really wild on the narrative sense, got you covered. Really wild. All right. That ought to do it, and let's go into the picture-in-picture mode, right? We'll sort of do a fade into and out of black for both of these. That way I can make sure I got it all set up and adjusted just right. And I'll catch you after the little fade, right? All right. Hey, we are back. Sorry, a bit of a smaller window this time. I kind of maybe potentially screwed it up. Sorry if you notice I'm a little bit scrunched compared to the normal situation. I did accidentally just click all over it and just kind of like really screwed it up bad. But don't worry, it's fine. It's not important. What is important is down that way, right? Right down there. So let's check a look. This is sort of on Xbox, which I didn't actually play anything on console this year, on any of the consoles, but nonetheless, Game Pass and other such things now route through Xbox's stuff, which I do have the PC version of it. So hey, they have a little bit of a wrap up for us. And as you can see, my God, 586 hours somehow. I'm not sure how that's possible. Actually, I do know. I can actually imagine right now. I'm guessing it's counting, Starfield, right? I've only played 7 games on there, which kind of goes to show my habits. I pick a few and man, I really go at them, right? Let's see here. So with 2024 almost here, it is 2024 now, right? Why do we always have to do these year in reviews before the end of the year, right? What if a cool game comes out in the middle of December or something like that? You know, it happens. Anyway, here we go. 2023 highlights. We can sort of see what I screwed around with, right? Let's see. We got 586 hours, which seems wild. But yeah, already I can tell why that is off for me. Let's see. Gamer score went up. I don't really know or care. I know why. Also, the reason for October makes a lot of sense. Action adventure taking up a lot of it. Role-playing game, a little bit. Let's see. Can I actually click on these in some way? No. All right. Let's see. Here's how you stack up with other players. You're in the top 10% of players for hours played. That makes sense. Top 20% of players for gamer. Who cares? You're in the right. Coming from Steam, man, where you can just, get Cheat Engine or whatever and just hack in Chivos left and right. Man, starting from PC really just annihilates any care you have for achievements, I think, right? I do not care at all about achievement count. Achievements are important as far as having some extra cool thing you can do in a game, having some extra challenge for yourself, right? As far as like comparing, contrasting with other people, I do not give a rat's ass, because so many ways to just get Chivos, so many ways, with modding on PC predominantly, it just turns off your Chivos and whatnot, right? So ultimately, it's never been my thing, but we are in the top 15% here. Now, number 1 most played, heck yeah, baby, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Oh my gosh, I'm in the top 5% of this game's most active players, which I gotta say, man, I played so much of this toward the beginning of the year. Most of this was probably in the first third of the year. Certainly it was before the game actually came out, but wow, I really enjoyed it. It was very much, Animal Crossing vibes, sort of going around with that. I should really probably jump back into it now that it's actually come out, because this is all early access time. Some of it as well extending into the year prior. But I'm guessing, well, no, I don't know. It says time played so far. I don't know if this includes only this year or years prior. I'm guessing it's also years prior, right? which 100% tracks. And of course, yeah, like I said, Starfield, definitely being tracked. Although I play on Steam with Starfield, that way, you know, when the time comes, I want to dip my toes into modding or have some other more accessible version of the game where I tweak something with the INIs. Generally speaking, it's a lot better to have the Steam version of a BGS game, right? Historically, that has been the case, and so I've got it here. But because BGS is now owned by Microsoft, of course, Xbox is tracking you on that somehow. I don't even know how. There's probably some option that I missed or whatever, but they're tracking me. Why not? We will see Starfield pop up again, I'm sure, when we get to the Steam one because of what I said. Anyway, 179 hours in Starfield so far, which my understanding is it doesn't clock and like account for time in menus, which that is a lot of time in a BGS game. Make no mistake, is a lot of time, especially one where there is now this new UI feature called building spaceships and stuff, right? Yowza, definitely, I'm pretty sure Steam has got me tracked for like 200 plus hours for this at this point. But regardless, really high up in there. Top 10% makes sense. Someone wrote in a while back on a Starfield video saying like, Lyle, I think you are probably in the target demographic for for BGS's core audience or something to that effect. And I could not agree more, right? So eternally, I've said this so many times before, feel free to just discount any takes I have about BGS games and whatnot, because I am just unabashedly pretty much always going to be into them, right? I am just unabashedly, unashamed. I'm into it. I like it. Maybe I'm a weird freak, right? But I love being a weird freak. Now, speaking of weird freaks, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre PC Edition number 3, I apparently have 129 hours in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I gotta say, not a single minute is actually me in this game. I am in the top 5% of players for active players for this game. Sorry, I'm getting word soupy here. 129 hours. You want to know who I share my Game Pass account with? Because I'm not always on there. I'm not always playing something, but I got the sub going. Hey, why not share it with someone? And you know who I share it with? That's right, my partner. She loves Dead by Daylight. She loves Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She's been playing it with her friends and stuff like that. And my God, she has racked up 129 hours. I'm pretty sure she's got over 1,000 in Dead by Daylight as well. Probably nearing 2,000 at this point. I would not be surprised. But nonetheless, hey, there you have it. What other games have we got here that I sort of dipped my toes into? Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I played a good fair bit of that. I think I got roughly half of the way through, but I kind of got to like the Poison Swamp area or some sort of, it's a Souls-like, and I got kind of far into it. I think I beat like Nobunaga or something. I forget. Some dude on a horse. And that was really cool. And then I immediately got thrown into some weird, I don't know, swamp jail. And that I kind of fell off the game there because I was like, man, this place is annoying, and not in a fun kind of way where it's like I can clearly see my goal. It's like I'm just kind of struggling around here, and it's just kind of a bummer. So I ended up dropping it. But hey, got fairly far into it. I played like a bow staff dude for a while, and it was enjoyable enough, right? Although I fell off of it, I enjoyed my time with it for the most part, right? I enjoyed it. It was a little more flighty, a little more loose, you know, than usual Souls-likes that I enjoy, but I still enjoyed it, right? I do need to give Lies of P a go. That came out. I think it's on Game Pass, right? I need to do that. If I do Lies of P, I'll probably do a playthrough for it, right? So it's probably going to be a ways out. Anyway, also here, Coral Island, which came out officially into 1.0 this year, which I'd been looking forward to. It's a Stardew Valley-like. And honestly, it was kind of disappointing for me. I wasn't super duper into it. Just something about it just wasn't gripping me. I don't know, something about maybe the animations or something. There was just so many townies. It felt like the world just opened up too quickly for me. I don't know. There was something about it just wasn't clicking with me. And I've heard other people express similar things, that they kind of got into it but then fell off not too long after. And I'm certainly in the same boat. I'd be interested to see how like future updates go if they do it. 'Cause I love the like art style of it. I love the art of it. And it does seem to have some really cool stuff going on, some like cooler, unique little doodads and stuff. And, you know, there's plenty of cool like folks that you can romance and stuff. But I don't know. Coral Island just wasn't super into it. I am, speaking of Stardew Valley, really looking forward to this year, that teased Stardew Valley update, the big one, right? I think 1.6 or 1.8, something like that. I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably jump back in, make a new farm and all that. Another me game. Starfield we got here. Astroneer is this one right here, kind of in the middle. I played this one toward the beginning of the year. I kind of tooled around, screwed around, because I was so excited for, but then I ran out of time because I started up, I forget what made me run out of time, but I had to put it down for some reason or the other, right? Maybe it's because I went out of town to see my mom in like the summer or whatever, and I just never went back to it, right? I don't know. Regardless, it was very enjoyable. I did not get to the end of it, which I think it technically has an end, but it's less so of a linear game, more so like building, going down some sort of, like tech tree, as it were. For the most part, it made me really excited for Satisfactory, which I am very much looking forward to. I have that, and I am super stoked. Hopefully it launches this year. I think that's in the cards for it to reach 1.0 this year, in which case I'll fully get back into it. Fable Anniversary, we played on the channel, and I think that's it for here, right? Yeah, that is it. Those are the 7, I believe. There's my dude. That is, gosh, I can't remember his name, but from Twin Peaks. This is the scene where he's trying the bread. It's really good. Anyway, we'll do another fade to black cut here as we enter the Steam Zone. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back again. We're here in the Steam Zone. We're looking at Steam's year in review. You can see I've even got a little bit of money up there. Oh my gosh, where'd I get that? Selling off trading cards. I don't collect any of them. I hate them. I don't give a rat's ass about any of the trading cards. Anytime I get more trading cards, I immediately try to sell them off for pennies, right? That's how much I care about them. I do not give a butt about those trading cards. Get out of here. That's just like an eventual $1 or $2 off of my next purchase. That's what the trading cards mean to me. Steam level, I don't give a shit. Anyway, Steam Year in Review 2023. This year, you spent a lot of time playing and tried out some new games. Here are a few of your highlights. Yes, 7. I played 7 games this year on Steam. Good Lord. Which also, granted, kind of a wild year for me in my personal life, to be quite honest. So maybe that's a bit as well there to be expected. Anyway, 7 games, 4 of them new, 70 Chivos from 4 games, 5 of them rare. Whoa. 28-day streak, longest streak. I'm surprised I don't have a longer streak than that. Right? I'm very... Oh, I know why. Because some games do not count, right? Like, for example, OpenMW, and maybe... No, it looks like Skyrim counts, but OpenMW for Morrowind, every week we do Morrowind Mondays. I don't think it counts. I don't think it gets logged on there, right? I wonder if there's any other games I played that were modded in such a way. I don't think so, but maybe. Yeah. Huh. Fascinating. Okay. And then... Yeah. Yeah, so every week it would be cut off unless I played something on that Monday, right? Which makes sense. August 28th to September 25th. Maybe I did do that around that period of time. I got some recording done in advance. Anyway, Starfield making up 34% of my total playtime. I have really high sessions because I do actually save and quit the game and all of that for recording purposes. So kind of unique to me is how many sessions I have where I boot up the game again, right? Every hour or so, roughly. Unless I'm doing a whole bunch at once, I do actually close down the game, make sure I save everything and whatnot. Which is pretty good when you're playing games that are buggy, where you may have an issue. Folks will often say, make sure you save often. Don't you worry. I save every hour, roughly. Right? At the end of every video, that's a new save. Anyway, 34% of playtime. Skyrim here. We ended our Skyrim playthrough this year. What a absolute hit. 26% of the playtime, 196 sessions already, though. Even not being fully throughout the year. Interesting to see how those two kind of compare, you know. Also, Fallout 2, we started and finished that this year. 20% of the playtime. My God. How many hours did I have in Fallout 2, I wonder? All right. How you stack your year against the rest of the Steam community. I got 70 Chivos. The median was 16. Wow, that's pretty low. I played 7. The median is 4. Oh my gosh, I would have thought it would be higher. My longest streak was 28 days. The median is 5. Wow, pretty low. Okay. New releases, 25%. The percentage of playtime you had in games that were new releases, games released in 2023. Was it just entirely Starfield? No. What? What sense does this make? If 34% of my playtime was in Starfield, shouldn't at least 34% be the percentage of playtime I had in games that were new releases in 2023? What fucking sense does that make? What? What does that mean? What? How is that possible? How can it be lower? Yo, Steam is fucked up. They got too many porn games on there now. The numbers are screwed up, dude. All right, 9%. The percentage of Steam playtime in games that were new releases. What? Oh, this is the median, I guess. This is for most people, right? Is that what that means? I assume. Okay, let's see this purple one here. Recent favorites. The percentage of playtime you had in games that were released in the last 1 to 7 years. Only 12%. Huh. Oh, right, because Skyrim is over. Yeah, Skyrim, Fable. What do you call it? Oh, yeah, I'm surprised Fable got tracked, right? I also own Fable on Steam. Fable Anniversary Edition or whatever it is. I have that on Steam. I'm surprised that is also routing through Xbox still. Huh. Because, yeah, we saw that under the Xbox. Wow, that's fascinating. Man, we're learning all kinds of things about the back end. Most people, however, have this to be their largest share of these 3 pie slices, right? 52%. Their favorite game or whatever was in the last 1 to 7 years. Mine date back a little bit further, I guess. And let's see. Classic games. My God. 63%. 38% is the norm, right? Okay. You are what you play. This spider graph, is that what you call these? Spider graph? Okay. Shows the kinds of games you spent the most time in 2023. Huh. Open world, absolutely the highest. Yeah, I think that implies that every single game I played on Steam was open world in some way. Is that true? Probably. Dark fantasy. That definitely includes Skyrim, Baldur's Gate. Space is all Starfield. Post-apocalyptic is our Fallout 2. Action RPG. Oh, I guess like Starfield and Skyrim are technically action RPGs, right? Under some umbrella, right? You know, the genre crisis persists. Dungeons and Dragons fairly low, which should be Siege of Dragonspear and Baldur's Gate 2, which we admittedly haven't played that long in, we only got to like 40 or so videos, but I guess that's all from Siege of Dragonspear, the remainder of it, because I think we had already started Siege of Dragonspear. I'm not sure. No, maybe we already, did we finish Siege of Dragonspear? Yeah, it was last year. We didn't even finish it this year. Man, why does it feel so recent to me? Maybe just because I'm playing Baldur's Gate 2 right now. So all of this is the 40-odd videos of Baldur's Gate then. Fascinating. Okay. There's no way that all of this is Starfield, though, right? That much? I don't know. That seems a little wild. I guess if well, no. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see the total breakdown. New friends and badges, games gifted, community awards gifted, screenshots shared. I'm not terribly active in any of this stuff, right? If anything, maybe the one situation I should be more active in is just reviews written. I don't know. Because it seems like it's becoming important to development studios, but I can't really be bothered that much, right? That's maybe a situation where maybe I should, right? I think way back when it first came out, I was really into writing reviews and stuff for it. I'm pretty sure there's an old Skyrim review I wrote around release. I was like, if you don't play Skyrim, you're just an idiot, or something like that. Which, wow, what a great review. All right. Such is the way of Steam reviews, right? How cool, right? Steam reviews. Wow, what a reliable source of information. Let's take a closer look at your top played games. Starfield, of course, at the absolute top. Absolutely makes sense. Let's see here. Yep, really high in September, as expected, right? I'd said for a while, it'll be back to back. We'll be playing Starfield nonstop pretty much every night. Eventually we will chill out on that, which, hey, is coming up soon because we're going to get into Dragon's Dogma. We'll switch it over to the Skyrim sort of scheme of things where it's 3 times a week. We'll talk about that more in a future upcoming in real life video, just in case people miss this or don't tune into here. But yep, you can see it sort of peter out here toward November and December, really, as I'm busy in real life, reaching like more normal playtimes, I guess, right? Just busy as hell in real life. We had a string of times in December where I only did like half hour or so, because just so busy in December. December is like eternally super busy. I'm super curious to see how much time I have on Steam with December, right? I'm super curious about that. All right. Skyrim here. Let's see. Ton of it in July, actually. I wonder why so much in July. But yeah, you can see about here the average. Well, I don't even know what this means. 12% of total playtime. It doesn't even say hours. What kind of information is this? Right? What? Why not tell me the hours, right? Are they afraid to do it? Why not? That's weird. All right, sure. I think it was like this last year. I almost said yesteryear, which is yesteryear. But weird. Anyway, ton in July. That's because we had to do the big finale and whatnot, which took extra time being logged in, recording and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that is the reason why it's so much higher toward the end, right? Fallout 2, pretty even keel, steady as she goes, right? I'm guessing we started in January, which is why it's weirdly low there. Yeah, seems about right. Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, yeah, really kicking things up a notch here. As you can see, weirdly, just a smidge of it in August until we start in September, probably to get stuff ready ahead of time. I don't know. Very much enjoying Baldur's Gate 2. Really looking forward to getting started on 3. But, hey, 2 ain't half bad. If anything, it's a lot better than half good. Sorry. All right, Fable Anniversary. What a quickie. What a quick little game to start up and finish, right? We nailed that in August and September. Shockingly, did very good, right? Did super well on the channel. I plan to play it anyway because of the new one coming out whenever. Who knows? Maybe that will be this year. I have no idea. Probably not, though, if I had to guess. I would guess it'll be 25, right? If I had to guess. I have no idea, though. But hopefully, eventually, we'll get started on 2 and 3 before the reboot happens. Fingers crossed. They're also fairly short games, so I can very easily see us getting them done. The big deal for me, why we're putting it off, of course, as I've said a bazillion times before, hopefully they will have some way to play it natively on PC, Fable 2 and 3, because I really don't want to have to go through xCloud or whatever to play it. I'll do it, but I don't want to. All right. Here we go. Yes. And you can see also January, your playtime by month. Man, September was busy. Oh, shit, it's because Starfield came out. Yeah, holy shit. Oh, my God, I like Starfield. Sorry, I'm a freak, huh? Jeez, look at this weird guy, huh? Shit, my God, man. Okay, yeah. So here, relative to Skyrim, right, usual Skyrim numbers, which is about normal. Even still, Starfield is, yeah, holy shit, what is wrong with me? But here you can see this is early of the year, end of the year. December and January makes sense. Low play times for me. Absolutely tracks. Always super busy around these times of the year. Hopefully a little bit less busy going forward as we're closing up doing our Morrowind annual. Right? We did our last one on Monday, year 7. Check out the beginning of it if you haven't. It's really something. But nonetheless, hey, hopefully we'll have more time going forward for that. Less of a stressful period of time. August, shockingly short, right? I'm not sure why. Oh, because we had a period where, yeah, we ended Skyrim, right? We ended playing it, so I had a break period, right? Always important to have the breaks, you know? But we also started up Fable Anniversary and ended it right there, right? What else we got here? Oh, I actually played Path of Exile this year. And I tried the street. Oh my gosh, here, let's go through this month by month. Look at this. 4% of this year's playtime was in January. Okay. Looks like almost predominantly Fallout 2 and Skyrim. 1% something else. I wonder what the something else was. Same goes for February. Same goes for March. Let's see here. Yep. In April, the Street Fighter 6 demo, which was very fun. I'm not a fighting game person, but I like to, screw around with stuff. It was very enjoyable. Path of Exile. I guess I was excited for Diablo 4 coming out, right? So I got into Path of Exile a bit. Or more than a bit, a good bit. Played a bunch of that. Log time more in, let's see, Skyrim and Fallout 2. Continuing the trend. Almost split 50-50 even here. My God. May, what a feat. Over here, continuing it. Splitting more share going to Skyrim, of course, as we were rounding out toward the end of the playthrough. I guess to a viewer, maybe it doesn't seem that way, but toward the end of a playthrough, especially a big one like Skyrim, right, where I wanted to do something a little special for the ending, put more time in for recording, Why does it always say less than 1% in other games? Even if it's 0, does it still say less than 1%? Because I don't remember always booting up anything else, Anyway, here we go. Fable getting started. Skyrim petering out. Snuck in a little bit of something for Baldur's Gate 2. Starfield comes out, massively taking up my time. Whole lot more. Baldur's Gate 2, continuing the trend, right? These are sort of the two that we alternate between. Very good. Longest day streak, that's it. It was because of Fable, right. It was because of Fable. Fable was daily, and then Starfield was daily. Right? Yeah. That's it. And of course, Starfield eventually, some days I would take off because I would just record a whole bunch at once. And then the next day I'd be like, okay, I'll just record Morrowind Mondays or something, right? Yeah, that makes sense. And of course, like I said, getting more and more busy around this time of the year. Particularly things going on in real life. Explore the games that you played this year. First played in 23. Skyrim, timeline view. Oh, whoa, okay. I mean, I think we pretty much can make sense of the timeline, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, look, I played a little bit of Fallout 1. Oh, you know what? It was to check. I forgot what it was, but I booted up Fallout 1 just to check something because I've still got Fallout 1 installed, right? So it's easy enough to just boot it up. But hey, there you go. I booted up Fallout 1 to check something in November. I can't remember what it was. All right. Thank you for being... oh, yeah, I better add this to my Steam community. Oh, shit, I better hide all my friends and stuff? Okay, we'll skip over that, right? Just in case they don't want to have their stuff out. Okay. Oh, yeah, Steam Deck stuff. Keyboard and mouse versus controller playtime. Huh. I believe for the Street Fighter demo I used a controller, but otherwise... No, also for Fable Anniversary I used a controller. Yeah, I remember last year, and I think I've seen on other folks', it'll give you a split as to how much playtime you have with keyboard and mouse versus controller. And all of the Street Fighter demo and all of Fable Anniversary, I played with a controller, right? Which I guess was just not enough for it to register, right? I guess that just wasn't fucking enough. And like I said, you'll notice here as well, in all of these, no Morrowind, right? OpenMW not counted by Steam, right? There you have it. Wild. I wonder what this year will look like, right? I would actually be down to get a Steam Deck for times traveling, right? Whenever I'm out of town visiting friends, family, and whatnot. That'd be super nice, but not terribly important, right? Certainly a bit of a splurge, as it were, but there you have it. That's the year in review. Like I said, we're looking forward to some cool stuff coming up soon. Dragon's Dogma 1 for the channel just around the corner. Like I said, we'll do another video all about that. Just in case folks are looking for scheduling updates and whatnot, and they miss out on this video and all that, makes it simple. All right. That ought to do it. I don't know if other... I just did a rudimentary check. I'm assuming Epic Game Store doesn't do anything like that. I'm surprised Fortnite doesn't, honestly, with how popular that game is. I don't know. I guess Battle.net doesn't. I just did quick Google searches, so maybe there was some folly there in my quickness. I missed out on them. I haven't touched anything on consoles proper. Big in on playing on computer. Have been for years now. That's just the way of things, right? I think we all do this every year. It's kind of fun to look back. I don't know how popular this will be, but I kind of enjoy doing it, right? I certainly enjoy it once a year. Feels right. I wonder if I should include other stuff like Spotify. I don't know. Maybe. Either way, it's been a good year. Honestly, for the channel, it's been the best year. 2023 was literally the best year for the channel ever, which is amazing. We talked about this in the Morrowind Annual, but why not touch on it here? 2023, the best year for the channel to date. I was not anticipating that. I thought that for a long time. 22, which is where we had most of our explosive growth and whatnot. I thought that would be the year to beat for a long time. I was not anticipating 23 to actually give it a run for its money. But here we are. I'm not really anticipating it like I feel like you get into a slippery slope expecting non-stop constant growth, pushing yourself non-stop to the edge. Oh, we got to keep the numbers going up. I'm not anticipating that. I'm not going to push myself to get that. That sounds like a good way to burn out, right? We're going to take it easy. We're just going to enjoy what we got. Enjoy some of the cool games this year, some of the ones from the year prior. We will probably... I don't know. How long do we think Baldur's Gate 2 is? I feel like maybe we'll start Baldur's Gate 3 this year. Right? We'll definitely do Dragon's Dogma. There's just a bunch of cool stuff to look forward to, right? Eternally. Yeah, like I said, we'll do a scheduling update video, in real life video, that's separate. That way it's a lot more easy to find for folks who want to find it. Maybe it won't even count as a normal Tuesday. Maybe I'll just do it extra. Who can say? Anyway, thanks for a dope year. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the folks who have watched any videos, even if you're just watching this video, right? We're going to sort of transition the Morrowind annuals into these sorts of in real life videos, sort of doing our reflections here. So here's just a taste of it. Thanks, folks, for watching, for commenting, liking, subscribing. Thanks for going above and beyond if you're such a person. Don't worry if you aren't as well. No worries. Thanks for going above and beyond on Patreon, Ko-fi, PayPal, the YouTube memberships and super thanks system, junk like that. You know, supporting in a very direct monetary way. It's super appreciated, but never going to have anything locked behind it, right? It's purely a tipping situation just out of the kindness of your heart, which isn't to imply that folks who do not or cannot tip in such a way are not kind folks, right? Certainly, that is not the case. That is also very much why I very deliberately make it to where you don't get anything, right? You get nothing for doing it, but except for my gratitude. Thank you very much. Here's to the next year of video games. Wow. Please take care of each other.